Go ahead, Mark.
Back here for the second quarter. South Houston starting it out with a punt. Gets a little funky bounce there. Goes up and then sideways around the 45-yard line in South Houston territory. Pearland's going to start the second quarter off with the ball and a 26-0 lead.
All right, so what the Trojans do here, man, they put their head down, they strap up, and they hold on, and they give that ride 8 seconds. Let's get that 8 seconds in there, Houston. Now, Pearland on this is they can strike from this distance right here. They're 45 yards out. They have the ability to be able to do that. Say Pinkston gets a few ball carries here. Actually, in the backfield right now, there's Chase Foster.
So here is their first play, and the pass is going to be completed out there on the side to Hunter Smith.
Hunter Smith, they were in a position, it looked, Mark, and if you look on the replay on this, they were in a spot to look like they were going to do a hook and ladder. You had the trail wide receiver in the position, and it looked like as Smith was going down, he's about ready to pitch it to Basso.
You see, I would have liked to seen that. That would have been interesting. I'm sure they can run a lot. They can test some stuff out with this huge lead right now. So we may see some stuff like that later in the game. 2nd and 1 situation now. Trips to the left. Another quick pass out.
Block.
It's completed and up the side. Still on his feet. A big gain inside the 20-yard line. That pass looked like it was completed to Cody Williams.
And it's Richard Jackson on the stop. But on that, we had an outstanding block by Hunter Smith on that sprung Williams on this. If you look at the replay on that, you'll see Smith making the block and Williams getting around the outside, and then Jackson on the tackle.
So they're going to say he went out at the 20-yard line of South Houston. 11:02 left in the first half. Pearland setting up. It looks like a trips right once again. Quarterback in the backfield by himself. He's going to take it himself.
He's heading.
Dodges, well, he doesn't necessarily dodge that one. He does manage to get him, so taking it up, Connor Blumrick.
Now, Blumrick couldn't, his original read was covered. And again, I keep calling this kid's name, Richard Jackson. For the Trojans, Richard Jackson actually leads the district in interceptions with 4. So that's a good football player right there that the Trojans have, and an outstanding cover corner, making plays all over the place for the Trojans of South Houston.
They're going to need everything they can on defense. A 7-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 3rd. Here's a handoff to Pinkston. He's got a first down and more.
Shot out of the
Ball
cannon.
comes loose.
Oh, that's it.
On the 5-yard line, South Houston thinks they have it.
Gets their break. South Houston gets their break.
They do. So South Houston will take over on the fumble from Pinkston.
That's Jamarcus Coleman on the fumble recovery on that. That's not the first time we've called his name on that. Remember, he had the sack earlier as well. I'm sorry, that was Ponce that had the sack. I apologize.
So 10-12 left in the second quarter. South Houston starting way back once again, but they'll take that up certainly as opposed to giving up 6 more points.
Piece of an elephant. Piece of an elephant. Piece by piece.
Still love the analogy. So here's South Houston trying once again, and they have yet to get a first down.
That's Williams. He's got nowhere on that. He was right up. That's going to be number 7 on that. Zane Gonzalez just comes and rips through that. We'll also call on that junior number 75, Jordan Crawford, on that as well. But that hit was delivered by Zane Gonzalez. Powerful.
Mighty big one. Actually, they're going to say he did gain a yard with the forward motion. So 2nd and 9 coming. Ball up to the 6-yard line. Still not much breathing room for South Houston. 9:30 left in the second quarter. Here's a handoff.
Williams again.
And once again, another pile of Oilers, making sure he gets nowhere.
Like I said, Mark, I keep trying to say I'd call one, but there's too many. They're just flying to the ball. Pearland is. They're gang tackling and flying to the football. Oh, we got to.
So an injury down on the field. We'll take a break with 9:19 left in the second quarter. It's 26-0 Pearland on top of South Houston You're listening to TexanLive.com.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie. During our summer clearance event, we need to move our 2015s.
And you can count on a big selection.
A team dedicated to treating you better and low prices.
Like new Sierra Cruise discounted $12,400. That's right, folks. That's over 31%. And we have hundreds to choose from. Or a new Acadia for $299 a month.
Thanks for making us one of the fastest growing dealerships in the nation.
Texan Buick GMC, located Highway 59 in Will Clayton. Or shop 24/7.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Well, fans, don't forget to tune in to Fox Sports Southwest tonight after our game from 11 to midnight for the Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive. Join Howard Chen, Ted Johnson, Courtney Rowland, and Courtney Madden as they take you around the city with the best high school football in town. The Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive tonight from 11 to midnight only on Fox Sports Southwest. So back to this game, 26-0, Pearland. They did just fumble the ball when they were about to put more points on the board at the 5-yard line. In South Houston territory, South Houston took over, but they've yet to do anything with this opportunity. They've gotten 1 yard, but still no first down.
That's gang tackling right there. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 7. 7 Oilers on that tackle.
And when they haven't thrown the ball much, the Oilers pretty much pick up on that right away. So another 4th down situation coming. No gain on the play.
That's 4th down, and they have no room for mistake here. The Trojans.
Punt team come back on.
Isaiah Cheney's back deep again. That's a short field for him. Again, he is very capable of taking it to the house. And there is not enough room for the Trojans to make this punt.
Deep back in his own end zone,
get
punting
it off
from there. Gets it off. A really good punt.
It was actually a really good punt, and it gets a Trojan roll. Isaiah's going to pick it up.
Now he's going to go over to the right side. He's still looking for a hole, and he may be in trouble here. He cannot escape that. It looked like for a moment he was going to, but out of bounds around the 33-yard line of his own territory. That ball took an incredible bounce. Not only that, he had to field that ball going backwards, so he was running backwards when he caught it and had to go back even further, so that's why he's ended up over at the 33-yard line.
Well, it definitely takes a Trojan bounce, and that was pretty good. We'll call this good football by Isaiah Cheney. He was kind of in a no-win situation. He lets the ball go, and the momentum that ball is carrying, it's going to get further into the 20, 15, 10-yard line for Pearland. But again, then he tries from a back essentially behind the back type catch. Could he mess up? Could he make a fumble? And that's kind of the opportunities that South Houston is going to need. And actually, I was very impressed with the punt that he got it off, to tell you the truth, Mark.
With the speed of that ball, Chance, it actually looked like it could have gone 75, 80 yards on the bounce. Well, Pearland back to work here on the offensive side.
Cheney can't get around the edge there.
That reverse doesn't work out too well and stopped for a big loss in the backfield.
It's going to be Joshua Romero on that. And I will say this, that Joshua Romero also is the quarterback.
Playing some Ironman football. I'm sure a lot of them are going to have to do that tonight against these Pearland Oilers. 5-yard loss. For some reason, I thought that looked like.
Gets around the corner. There's Cheney.
Getting the yards back and plenty more. Across the midfield, dodging another one. And up to the 30-yard line, inside the 30-yard line. An incredible
Ronald Adams
run.
there. That's junior Ronald Adams on that. He's dodging and weaving. That was an outstanding outside. He had 3 missed tackles on that. It looks like the tackle is going to be made by Carlos Alcatron.
juking and jumping his way all the way over to the 28-yard line in South Houston territory. There's a quick throw out the outside, complete, but that's actually probably going to go for a loss as Hunter Smith takes that one in.
And on that, if I'm correct on that, it looks like that was also another Ramiro tackle on that. Joshua Ramiro.
Officially a 2-yard loss. Takes it back to the 30-yard line, so a 2nd and 12 coming for Pearland. 6:33 left in the second quarter. It's 26-0 Pearland. Two in the backfield. Handing it off once again to Ronald Adams. Doesn't quite get the gain he got in his previous carry, but
still big gain. It's
going to get him closer to the first down. Ball spotted around the 25-yard line of South Houston. 6-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 6.
Apparently, it's doing a lot of shuffling in and out of their players. They got looks like they got 2 separate huddles going on. One for the wide receivers, one for the interior linemen.
Well, they're making it work somehow. Here's a 3rd and 6. Back to pass, going to the outside. Pass completed.
Oh, wow.
Going up to the 15-yard line. That pass was completed to Jonathan White.
Now, all of those wide receivers, it's almost like they practice that because all of their wide receivers for Pearland are doing the exact same. They're catching the ball, and they're making their first tackler miss. Now, if you look, they got 2 double huddles right here for Pearland. They got the quarterbacks and wide receivers in one, and the linemen for another.
That's pretty interesting. I've never seen that before. 5:05 left. Ball on the 14-yard line of South Houston. A 1st and 10 for Pearland. Here's a handoff going up the middle. Maybe gone. He is almost untouched.
Ronald Adams on
getting
that.
to the end zone.
That was a scoring drive featuring Ronald Adams.
Ronald Adams doing most of the legwork for Pearland.
Well, I would say that elephant can be eaten. And it's going to have to start at a place that it can't hurt. You're going to have to start with the tusks.
Extra point up and good. That makes it a 33-0 game with 4:56 left in the first half. You're listening to TexanLive.com. $33-0 is the score here at the rig in Pearland, Texas. 4:56 left in the second quarter. Mark M. Johnson along with Chance Spond, production engineer James Blunt.
Now, I will say that Coach Derek Hayden for the South Houston Trojans, he's basically just going to have to keep the spirits of these of his boys up, feeling to where they can get still part of this. And again, you know, Mark, you keep saying about that elephant, but I mean that's all it is. I mean, it's a huge, enormous task that the Trojans have in front of them, but it can be done.
Well, still yet to get a first down. I'm sure they're going to try to work on that to start things off with, and that ball is fumbled. Trying to get forward motion on that. Now being tackled. Trying to get the ball out. Almost a safety. He throws the ball out from the end zone.
Yeah, he does.
And it's going to be recovered by Pearland. It looks like what a disastrous play for South Houston. Very close to a safety. We thought it might have been.
And he threw it out. He was thinking, but he wasn't. You know, it was a thinking play. He did what he thought was the right thing to do. Instead of taking in the end zone, he figured he would just get it out of the end zone, and hopefully one of his teammates would recover it. Unfortunately, the Oilers were the ones that recovered.
I think he knew the consequences if he did go down in the end zone. Once they'd lose 2 points, and they'd have to give the ball right back over to Pearland, and the way they've been driving the ball would stack on more points. So risky move by him, doesn't work out too well as Pearland ends up recovering.
Now on this, do you do a fade route on this, or do you do just up the middle with Adams? Actually, that's Chase Foster back there. Now, I think you do a fade here.
Let's see, they go
Okay,
right
well,
up the middle, and Pearland with another touchdown. First play from recovering the fumble, and it is now 39-0.
Well, it looks like that was Chase Foster on that carry. They're getting everybody involved, Mark. They got Chase Foster's involved now. You have Ronald Adams is involved in the running game, as well as their bell cow back in DeVere Pinkston. So all three of the running backs now have scored touchdowns.
The extra point makes it an even 40 with 4:42 left in the second quarter. That's your score, 40-0. Pearland on top of South Houston. You're still listening to TexanLive.com.
Big Star Ford, Houston's fastest growing Ford dealer. Why? Huge discounts, most for your trade. Explorers, $6,000 off. Fusion, $7,000 off. F-150, $12,000 off. F-250, $15,000 off. And now every car, truck, and SUV has 0% interest for 72 months. 0% for 72 months. Don't walk, run. These deals end soon. Big Star Ford, big city discounts, small town dealing.
Well, welcome back into TexanLive.com. Chance, it's 4:42 left in the second quarter. It's already 40-0 Pearland.
Well, you know, it's. Did we expect this? We never really expected this kind of game. Was it possible? Yes, but again, South Houston, they put themselves, eliminate some of their mistakes, and get some opportunities for themselves. Just Pearland's not giving them opportunities. Pearland's not making mistakes.
Taken around the 17-yard line of his own territory, now taken out of bounds. That was Sammy Rodriguez.
That's one of their playmakers for South Houston. Now again, the South Houston team, they play both ways. A lot of their players play both. Sammy Rodriguez is not only one of their defensive backs, he's also one of their wide receivers, one of their most productive wide receivers as well.
This game out of control very quickly. 40-0 Pearland. I imagine they're going to get to the very end of this bench. Things continue to go this way.
Yeah, they've used almost everything that they have here. Joshua Ramiro. There it is.
Here's a big pass to the right side.
Can he get it?
Going up for it. And he gets the interception.
He intercepted
that ball
it.
Bounces a couple of times off of his leg. He manages to make the pick. Wow.
Well, that's Davian Renfro. Would you say that Davion Renfro?
Whatever the case is.
Junior.
It's an interception. And
he stayed with that ball, Mark, on that. He tipped it up at the highest point. He stayed with the ball. His eyes never came off of it. Tossed it up to himself 2-3 times. Ended on his back with the ball in his belly.
I do have to hand it to South Houston, though. They did attempt to throw the ball. Romero gave the team an excellent opportunity to try to move the ball forward. Ball was thrown at a 50-50 ball basically in the air. Really should have gone down as an incomplete pass, a miraculous bounce that went into the hands of the Oilers. Now they have the ball on their own 37-yard line, back on offense. Here's a quick throw to the outside, and now going out of bounds after the pass was completed. Cody Williams on the catch.
Now, Cody Williams is a former, well, he was our Texan Live Player of the Week. He also has a 40-yard pass on the season. So he's capable of throwing the football.
He picks up 2 on that last play, so that makes it 2nd and 8. Ball up to the 39-yard line. Going to the air once again, but that pass incomplete.
You know, Mark, and I'm going to say, and I haven't checked the stats on this, but that could be their first incompletion of the game.
Now, you may be right about that, Chance. I haven't seen too many of them be dropped or not caught anyway.
And that was just a straight post on that. There's not a play right now that Pearland has not put into action here.
Isaiah Chaney was the intended receiver. Back to the next play. Up the middle, now up to the 40-yard line into South Houston territory. A first down and much more on the 3rd and 8.
That's A.J. Demas on the tackle.
Adams on the carry.
It looks like Ronald Adams is in the mix. Ronald Adams getting carries, Chase Foster getting carries, and you have DeVere Pinkston getting carries. They're spreading the ball around, Pearland is.
4 wide receivers set. One in the backfield. They're going to go for a short pass once again. The pass is completed.
Pinkston.
Another first down. Pinkston gets all the way down to the 22, 23-yard line of South Houston. Chains are going to move again.
That's going to be Sammy Rodriguez on the tackle. Sammy Rodriguez actually tried to strip that ball out.
Can't blame him at this point.
Right. Exactly.
Going to try everything in the book right now to try to at least make this a more respectable game. 3:22 left in the half.
Now, again, we did say on that Sammy Rodriguez he again leads the district in interception. He has 4, so he knows how to get the ball. He knows how to turn the ball over. So you got to give it a little to Rodriguez for trying.
Ball on the 23-yard line, a 1st and 10 from there. And there's going to be a timeout down on the field by Pearland to talk things over with 2:57 left in the half. It's 40-0 Pearland.
At Panera, we decided a long time ago to avoid the easy road and switch to antibiotic-free chicken. That decision set a lot of things in motion. So now it's not just chickens raised this way. It's more ingredients you can trust. Which has taught us a lesson. Sometimes what you think is the harder road turns out to be the only one worth being on. Panera Bread. Live consciously. Eat deliciously.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie. During our summer clearance event, we need to move our 2015s.
And you can count on a big selection.
A team dedicated to treating you better and low prices.
You can get a new Jeep Grand Cherokee for just $389 a month. Or a new Jeep Wrangler discounted $5,000.
Thanks for making us one of the fastest growing dealerships in the nation.
Texan Dodge, Chrysler Jeep and Ram located at 59 in Will Clayton. Or shop 24/7. TexanDrive.com. We treat you better.
So back here to the play.
That
Quick
is
start here, and the pass is completed.
You know, he's running actually on that, Mark, and I apologize on that, but Blum is running right and throwing right. That's how.
Blumrick getting the ball over to Williams for the completed pass. Another first down for Pearland. 2:30 left in the second quarter. Clock ticking.
Still love that double huddle. It's very unique, very creative.
Combining
Tony Heath
forces.
coming up with that.
Working well for them right now. Another run up the middle, and the tackle is made.
And then Adams is getting back into the play. They're gonna. It looks like maybe. You know, I'll say that it's almost like fairy dusted Pearland. I mean, they're not making mistakes. They're not turning the ball over. They're not making penalties.
They're very much in control of this game. 1:38 left. Here's a handoff. And another touchdown for Pearland.
He was untouched.
46-0 now is the score. 1:34 is left. Man, this game is just getting up there.
Well, we still have a whole half left to go. A whole half, Mark. Did you hear that? Whole half. Bernstein on the extra point, the PAT. Oh, they've fumbled the snap. Now, they had trouble on that snap before. The only mistake that Pearland makes.
Well, they can't get that to go, so unsuccessful on that attempt. It's still 46-0 Pearland with 1:34 left in the half. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
If you want a real authentic Texas barbecue, you need to come to Tin Roof. We've been doing barbecue for 12 years, and we're just a little mom and pop barbecue joint. Everything is cooked fresh here. We have brisket, sausage, chicken that's cooked fresh every day, ribs cooked fresh every day. We have the world's best turkey, and then we do like 15 side dishes, and the side dishes are all from scratch. On Friday and Saturday night, we have live music. We'll have a band playing outside. So if you get a chance, come by and see me.
Back here on TexanLive.com, 1:34 left in the half. Pearland set to kick off once again. You've seen this so many times already. We're only in the first half. Of course, with the 46-0 lead, you're going to see that a lot. Here's the kick. It's going to be a short one, and just falling on the ball looks like Esteban Ponce. So South Houston's going to take over around the 29-yard line of their own territory.
Now, they're going to have to, the Trojans are going to have to throw the football sooner or later, but they can't give, they haven't been able to give Ramiro enough time to sit in the pocket to be able to launch the football. I mean, I said that the entire line of scrimmage, once the ball is snapped, is moved 5 yards back, Mark.
Well, South Houston is still looking for their first down. The first down of the game. They're not going to get it here.
And Davion Williams on the carries. He's moving out to the outside. Now you give 3 of those runs like that, and you can move the chains. But they haven't been able to get 3 of those put together.
Woodland's taking a 24-0 lead into the half against Conroe. Some scores across the city right now. 50 seconds left in this half. Another run's not going to get anything for South Houston.
That's going to be a defensive line tackle on that.
Spring and Decaney are tied after 1 quarter. Klein Collins up 26-7 on Klein Oak. That's over in the second quarter, nearing half over there. Dickinson up 28-10 on Clear Lake. Clear Lake kind of with the down season this year. Here's a 3rd and 5 attempt. Getting to the outside. And
still nothing.
You kind of almost hope that they would get something done there, but that'll probably take us to the end of the half. It does. 1 half is in the books here at Pearland, Texas. It's 46-0 Pearland Oilers on top of the South Houston Trojans. Halftime brought to you by Panera Bread. We'll see you for the second half here on TexanLive.com.
At Panera, we decided a long time ago to avoid the easy road and switch to antibiotic-free chicken. That decision set a lot of things in motion. So now it's not just chickens raised this way. It's more ingredients you can trust. Which has taught us a lesson. Sometimes what you think is the harder road turns out to be the only one worth being on. Panera Bread.